Hello, and welcome to Skate Journey. I'm Mike, and this is episode 2 of my tutorial series, so you want to start skateboarding. Let's get to it. What is transition? Transition skating is any skating that involves a transition ramp. This is a quarter pipe, a form of transition ramp. All transition ramps have a form of coping at the top. That's the metal bar seen here. Transition ramps can be wood, concrete, or metal. The very start of transition. So the first thing you're going to want to do is approach the transition ramp at a moderate speed. As you can see here, my feet stay in a very basic stance on the board. You don't need to worry about foot position just yet. Focus on your upper body for now. Lean into the ramp while going up it, and lean away from it going down it. Here's another angle. Just repeat this until you're ready for the next step. Pumping. Pumping is used to gain speed on the board and height on a transition ramp. Approach at a moderate speed again with knees bent. This time, throw your arms up and push your lower body towards the ramp while straightening your knees. At the peak of the pump, bend your knees again. As you approach the bottom, straighten them out again. Be ready for a massive speed boost. Here's the full motion in one clip. And here's what it looks like from my perspective. Pumping isn't exclusive to transition either. You can use it to go up and down bank ramps, or anything with a slant really. Transition kick turns. Now for this, you're going to want to put your back foot on the tail, just like you would for flat ground kick turns. Approach the ramp at a moderate speed. Once you reach your peak, begin to turn your head and shoulders. While putting slight pressure on your tail, have your lower body follow your upper body. Essentially, this is the same as a flat ground kick turn, but with a 180-degree turn instead of 90. Should be easier rolling out of these as you'll be facing your normal direction. The same rules apply for frontside kick turns. The only difference is that you'll be blind for a second. But don't let that intimidate you. It's over before you realize it. Personally, I think frontside kick turns look cooler. Here's a backside kick turn from a different angle. And the frontside kick turn. Dropping in. So this next tip is something more personal for me. It's not necessarily needed, but I recommend it. So this is essentially a double practice. You'll be practicing fakie pumping as well as switch pushing, and trust me, it will help ease you into dropping in. So what you're going to want to do is approach the ramp in the opposite stance. This is known as switch, but with what would be your back foot on the tail, pretty much going backwards. This is called fakie. Pump up the ramp and repeat until you get as high as you can without going over the coping. At this point, I'm so high up the ramp that I'm practically already dropping in. I discovered this trick by myself when I was on the half pipe, the actual big one that's at the skate park. I was able to pump back and forth though, which is much easier than having to push switch. But hey, it's good practice. Okay, so now that we're on top of the ramp, you're going to place your board with its tail right on the coping and stand on it with your back foot. Now carefully place your front foot just below the front bolts. Begin the drop in by leaning forward with both knees bent. As your tail leaves the coping, straighten out your front knee while continuing to lean forward. And ride away like you would a kick turn, nice and easy. Here's what it looks like from another angle. And that's it, guys. The basics to transition skating. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see videos like this in the future, don't forget to subscribe. I upload every Saturday. See you then.